Alright, Aces, welcome back to part 5 of live following football with the one and only Paul Tremarco. So Paul, let's go back because you know you're a football fan and you want to talk about the football, the games. What was your best games? Maybe Europe?
Well, the best game as a football fan for me was obviously 1977. Was go through the stages, but 1977, that game against St Etienne when David Fairclough scored that goal. By the way, I was selling sweets around the ground that game.
Is that the ginger and the sub, was it?
The super sub
Super sub Dave.
Yeah, nice guy Dave. And we used to watch that game, and I was watching that game. It sold all my sweets. I was in the back hiding in the back of the Cameron Road stand watching it. Great view. That was the ground was rocking. I always remember I got a St Etienne scarf. I swapped me out silky, as you call them then, for a St Etienne scarf, which it's still got and it's still pristine. And then from then, obviously, then goes to 2005. There's obviously been games since then.
How many people in the stadium then? Just I'm sorry to put you in, but St Etienne wasn't one of the highest attendances?
Yeah, there was about 55,000.
55,000.
All standing up.
Standing up.
I obviously sitting down in the main stand.
Was you in the main stand?
I was in the Cameron Road stand.
Oh, so you were in the Cameron. Okay.
But as I said, and then obviously on an away trip, it was my best final. Although I've been to majority of the European Cup finals. As a fan, I always remember in 1988 seeing Liverpool. Sorry, in 1978. When we went to see Liverpool play Bruges, we'd been to Wembley 3 or 4 times. We hadn't scored a goal, we hadn't been anywhere, and then this Kenny comes up from nowhere, scores this fantastic goal. He runs right over to where I am, and I always remember the most fantastic feeling in the world when Kenny had scored that goal. I was only about 18 or 19. It was absolutely fantastic experience for me. Really, it brought tears to my eyes. Because we hadn't scored at a Wembley game for it seemed years, and it meant so much to us. He
jumped over the thing, didn't he? The signpost.
And when he jumped over the signpost, that's where I was.
Did you see yourself? Do you think?
No, I never saw myself, but I knew I was there. But that was to come, wasn't it? So then from there we went to Istanbul. That was another story. What a fantastic journey that was. What a trek. The ground was in the middle of nowhere. I always remember we were getting on the buses and we were going through the different parts of the town, and every different part of Istanbul supports a different team. So you're going through and you see all sides and all banners for Galatasaray. So we'd all be coming out and the people were in the streets waving to us, and we'd all go, Galatasaray, Galatasaray. That's what he did. Galatasaray, Galatasaray. Right. And then you go through the Beşiktaş. They'd all be singing to us, and we'd all be singing to them. We'd running off the boat, lads would be saying, he's going to get away. So they jump off, go and have a way, jump back onto the bus. It was because we were walking, because the traffic was like, Istanbul, massive city. Traffic is a real problem. Absolutely, Jeff. Chaos. So it goes on. Next we go through there. Fenerbahçe. It was fantastic. People clapping your hands, slapping your hands, giving you a fire. It was great. It was a really made us feel like we were stars. And then we get to the ground. When I go to the ground, I'm looking. It's in the middle of nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. There's nothing around it. So we jumped off the bus. We walked to what was a hovel, clay pit. Whatever, we're walking across, we get into the ground, we march in, no food, nothing to eat, couldn't buy anything because it was all sold out, nothing. The ground was so open, but it was like 3/4 of the ground was just red, and they were just in their own, and because they've got their own ultras, the AC Milan team. So the AC Milan fans, there's only 10,000 fans.
Yeah.
There's I don't know, could have been 50,000 there, 60,000. 70,000 could have been, whatever it was, there was only 10,000, we took one end. And I always remember when the game started, it just all rolled out, and it was all rolled out, the ultras and everything. They all had red and white, red and black plastic jackets on, all the fans, so they were all in their ears, there's red and black everywhere, and it was late, glittering.
Yeah.
So that game, it kicked off there, because they're 2 hours ahead of us. The game kicked off at 10. So the game finished the next day, You know, because it went to extra time. I was remember, I'm on the phone to my mate from South Africa, Paul McNally, and he says to me, I'm on the phone, and he says to me, I said, his wife picks the phone up, he says, it's Paul there, she went, yeah, I'll just go and get him, hang on, the game's just kicked off, oh, God, they've already scored, I'll speak to you later, put the phone down. 50 seconds of the game, they're 1-0 up, and I'm thinking, oh my God, because if you remember, Inter Milan, at the time of the best team in Europe, we were only 5th in the league. You know, I said, what chances of 5th team in the Premier League couldn't beat the best team in the world, the best defence? We go, next minute, it's 2-0. And I'm looking, oh my God. And it's just going into half time, and we keep it to 2, and we might be what stage. Then it's just before the game, Cresco scores another one, it's 3-0. I always remember looking at the scoreboard. I'm thinking, this is going to be the biggest
defeat to lose.
By any team in the Champions League. It was going to be an embarrassment. There's people leaving, I could see them. But we were right at the back, right by the corner flag, where Dudek made that fantastic save. We were right up there, but right at the back row.
What was you feeling at half time?
And I thought, I said, I can see Andy Grace absolutely loving all this.
All the
you know, he don't like all the Evertonians are all made up. They're all cracking the champagne open. Right, so I'm ready, but we can't go nowhere, can we? So I'm sitting there, next minute, Stevie scores. And I remember Stevie going up, going like that to the crowd. Come on, get going. So the crowd were going. But I always remember at half time, in that game, everyone, we all started saying, we're going to win 4-3. We're going to win 4-3. And I went, what plans are these on? We're going to win 4-3. We'll be looking. I said, when we get away with 5-0, I'll be, you know, we can go home with our heads bowed and just get on the plane and get home. Next minute, 3-2. And then I went, then they get the penalty, we score. And I'm thinking, to me, mates at the time, and I went, oh my God, we're back in this. Back in it. Then we never scored another one. Right, reset, you just past the post. I thought, they went to extra, so we go to extra time, we get these in penalties.
What was the buzz then to say you're 3-all?
I couldn't believe it, and I was saying my prayers, and I thought, if we win this game tonight, I don't care if I ever never see another Liverpool match again, because nothing will emulate what's going to happen to us tonight. So then, we're sitting there, and obviously we win on the penalties. The next minute, I look behind me, and right behind me is this massive, big paper mache European Cup. So it's about that big. And I thought, where did that come from? Right, from nowhere. We've been in a match, no one had seen it. And we went like that. So when Stevie picks the cup up, I'm like, I go in the back of the stand. This cup's going all over the place. Right?
Unbelievable.
And it's funny. And Andy thought, oh God, we'll have to get back. So when we leave, as we walk out, there's a camera, television camera. So I'm right in the middle of it. I turn around. And I said, what do you think of the game? I said, this is the greatest achievement in the history of British football, what we witnessed tonight. And I went.
Was that on the TV?
That was on the TV, but not only on the TV, it's in the the Liverpool History Museum of Life, when you get to the Istanbul story. Because people come to me and say, Paul, see you in the museum? I mean, you're joking. So that's just that, but then, let's move on. So we move on, right? To the Arkles. I'm in the Arkles now.
The mighty.
They're the world famous Arkles. So I'm in the world famous Arkles. I'm going to all the European away matches because I've decided, right, I'm going to all the European matches, right, because I never couldn't afford to go. Now I'm a little bit older, I can afford to go, and I'm going to Liverpool matches, whichever ones it could, you know, obviously, you know, that was it. Yeah. That allowed me to go in during work time. So we go, and I always remember going to a game, Liverpool playing Seville. We went to Seville. This is Spain. In Spain. Beautiful ground, beautiful setting. I'm there. It's one of me big trips away with all the lads. Because I have a couple of coach loads that go every match. So the away matches. So part and parcel of going to the away matches, Stevie, trainer, who's a mate of mine, he runs all of them. And I said, Steve, if I could say to Steve, do us a favour, I'd like to go to one away match with them in the season. I like to go to European games. And he says to me, Paul, if you can get me a ticket, you put me on. So Stevie says to me, Paul, I've got your ticket, you're on, you're going. We're going to Seville. I went, great. So we're going to Seville. via Moscow and Belarus, you know, because Steve goes the longest way round. So we go we'll go to Seville, but we won't fly to Seville. We'll fly to somewhere like Bratislava first, and then we'll fly to Alicante, and from Alicante we'll fly down to Seville. So 3-way. So a journey that would take us 2 hours or 3 hours in a plane takes us 19 hours.
Just for budget.
But for budget, but it's not that. We don't do it for. We save 10 quid, but it's not that. We all have a drink in the airport. We all go and have fun. So it's the crack of going. So that's the reason why we might save 10 quid, but it's the crack of going, and we all love it. And then we might go back home via Portugal, or Estonia, or Latvia, back to Northern Ireland. We fly back from Northern Ireland into Liverpool. So it's an adventure. So it's an adventure going. Yeah. So I'm going. We're playing Seville. I know we're playing in the orange shirt. So I bought the orange shirt.
The orange shirt. Is that the away? Is that the away?
Orange away shirt, because they play in red and white. So I thought they're going to play the orange shirt, which is our away kit. So I've got my orange shirt on. We've all had a few drinks. We've all been around the town. I've had a few drinks. The lads have had a few. They all say, right, well, we're going to get changed. We'll meet in the foyer. There's about 25 of us. So we're sitting there. I've got me orange top on. I've got me trackies, me drink, me coat, me scarf on, and me orange shirt. So I think I look okay. So it goes downstairs. I walks into the room, goes into the room. There's about 25, and next minute the room stops. They all stop, stare and look at me, and I'm thinking, what are you looking at? So he turned around. I thought, I'm looking. What's wrong? And they all start laughing, and I go, what are you laughing for? He said, Paul. He said, we want one thing about this. We said, we're not going to miss you tonight, that shirt. And I went, what are you worried about? We'll all have this shirt on today. The fans will have it on because we're playing in it. And then my mate turned around and said to me, well, don't be worried about it, Paul. He said, if you don't get in tonight, he said, you can have the stewards with that shirt. Oh my God. So anyway, so we'll go on the ground. We get to the ground. I meet the guy, the head of the police. He introduced me. He introduced me to another Bobby, and he says to me, Paul, he went, well, we're not going to miss you, are we, with that shirt on? And I'm just looking, why all the mess? You know, it's the away kit. But unbeknown to me, they were giving Liverpool, they were giving red hats out, red, like, trilby hats out, free round the ground. And one of the lads got a few, and he put one on my head. So I got my head having a bit of hair. I didn't realise he had the hat on. So I goes in, and as I walk in, I turn round the ground one way, I went another way, and I looked at my shirt, and I looked at the ground, and I'm the only person in the Liverpool end with this orange shirt on. So I'm thinking, oh, now I know what they're talking about. So I'm standing there, I'm on my own, right, with all the people around. Next minute we score, and they all run over to our end. Next minute my phone starts dinging, ding, ding, ding. Paul, you're on the telly. Okay. So next minute we score again. You're on again. Then the next time we score again, you're on again. And anyway, a mate of mine, Gary, he made a video of it.
Okay. And seriously, yeah. So we're going to have a biscuit, little break, while Gary puts the video up to confirm the man in the orange shirt. Yeah. Hey.
describe this was boom.
Welcome back after Gary's video, and you've seen the evidence of Paul glowing in the stands. So I mean that's unusual, because really you'd like to take pictures of different areas. So anyway, so you like being on the television. Yeah. So this game's getting all over international. Yeah, so once again,
everyone is phoning me, texting me from America, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. They're all saying, Paul, we've just seen you on the telly, but not once, your full face. They're all phoning me from the pub. We're all phoning me from the pub. My boss rings, texts me, I thought you were supposed to be in work.
Hey!
And I'm thinking, oh my God. I had booked a day's holiday, so it was okay. But I'm thinking to myself, oh my God. But it was funny, because that video, as you've seen, was great. It really was. And then, moving on to being in the Arkles and the away fans, and I always remember when Klopp came back, when Klopp became the manager, we got drawn against Dortmund, and I think I'm not sure, but I think we drew over there. I think it was 0-0. I think it was.
They've got a good support.
Yeah, they've got and they were fantastic. You know what? I love the German people. Yeah. The fans, the people, the country. It's a lovely place, and they are really, really nice. Yeah. They're really respectful. They're not at all aggressive. No. And I can't stand aggressive people. Do not like aggressive people. I only like people who were nice. So these were really nice people. And I never let away fans come in and stay in the pub. Well, there was that many of them. We couldn't get rid of them. The pub was full. So I goes over with my mate Neil. Neil says, I've got your ticket, you're sitting with me. So it goes to the game. When it gets to the game, because it's that busy, I can't get it. So it gets there. It's already 1-0 to them. And as I sit next door to Neil, I said to Neil, as I sat down, before he even said hello to him, the scores again. It's 2-0. I'm thinking, oh my God. Anyway, cut a long story short, I was sitting with Neil, and I said, he said to me, I'm sorry I brought you now, you're a jinx. But anyway, as when the game went on, we scored in the last minute. It was I think it was an header from Lovren, and we were getting beat 3-1, and we won. We come back and we won 4-3.
We won
4-3. And it was a brilliant game. But when I went back to the game, when I went back to the pub, thinking there'd be no one in it, it was full, and it was full with German fans, Dortmund fans, and I thought, I didn't know what sort of reaction to expect. I thought, oh my God, what's it going to be like? Next minute,
hostile.
Well, they're all sitting and dancing and singing, everyone's dancing around the pub, thinking. All I can see is yellow and black shirts and everything. All the Dortmund fans and all the Liverpool fans. They've had a fantastic time. I've come in, we've won 4-3. Never walk alone. They're all singing, they never walk alone with us. The pub's absolutely...
The experience.
Coming out the ground was an unbelievable feeling. We then knew that we were going to get to the final in Ball, which we did. But it was a brilliant night, and it epitomised what I'm in the job for as a football fan, as a pub manager, to enjoy, to see fans from another country having such great time.
Even when they got beat as well,
they got beat. And there wasn't
sportsmanship,
there wasn't. It was just something. It would never have happened in Liverpool. It never happened in any other fans. After that, there would have been murder. There wasn't even. It was one of them nights. I always remember a mate of mine, God rest his soul, Jamie Cass. I met him for the first time, and he was brilliant lad. He was with
Is it Jamie Carragher?
With Jamie Cass. He's from the Wirral, but his nephew is married to my missus' daughter. So he was a brilliant thing. I never ever saw him again after that. The man died. I never saw him again. And then we move on to Bayern Munich come. We're playing Bayern Munich in the same scenario. Bayern Munich come. It was this, we drew over there. We drew 0-0 on the match, but they brought thousands. Again, I mean, they were everywhere. But so nice. Yeah. We did a live link. We did a live link up to Munich. The guy from Munich interviewed me on the live link going right out to Germany live. I met some German reporters from Sport Time who are still my friends, who's still my friends today, who report. And his job, he's only about 30, his job is number one reporter for Bayern Munich, he's a Bayern Munich fan, and the national team. And he's sitting there with me. He's sitting there with me, and he went, before the game, after the match, we got tickets for his mates. We had a fantastic time. Okay, it was 0-0, but we had to go there and get a result. So, it was just a matter of that he was so respectful and so nice to German people and the German fans that they are, without doubt, away European fans, the best I ever had.
I worked in town, just in Slogie Mo's, and they'd come in on the European nights, and exactly what you said. They used to say to me, played something like that, one of the anthems, and I'd say, yeah, no problem. And you know what, they didn't bother, they just got on with everyone. Friendly, wanted to exchange numbers and stuff, but so it's bringing money into the city, as you said.
Absolutely brilliant.
The pub was great, and they'll probably be watching now. Is anyone that you want to remember, a German who come across any fans?
Well, oh God, there's a lot. I mean, my pub is famous in Germany, especially in Munich. I can go to Munich, and people say to me, I mean, I've been to other parts of Germany, Augsburg, I've been to Dortmund, and people who come to the pub, and then come back to my pub to watch a Liverpool game. Loads of people. Can we have your photograph of you? Because my friend's been here. He said to me that you were so welcome. I've got signs behind the bar of the different fans from Leipzig, from Munich. I've got quite a lot of memorabilia from the fans who would just want to be in the pub. I get fans coming through the door and saying to me, "Can I have a photograph for you, sir? Because we this pub is so famous in Germany. We have to come." When you say, if you go to Liverpool, make sure you go to Wimbledon.
Getting selfies.
So, I'm thinking to myself, I'm only a pub manager. But then we go to the next one. We're playing Barcelona. We're 3-0 down, and I watched that game and I thought to myself, there's no way I couldn't get a ticket for Barcelona, so I had to watch it on the telly. So my feelings were, they had 3 attacks, or they had 4 attacks, they scored 3 goals. We could have easily scored 4 goals. I said, they are, without doubt, without Suarez and without Messi, they're just Leicester. We can beat these. So again,
3-0 down.
3-0 down. I really felt we could beat them. I guess the BBC comes in, does an interview with me to go on for their online broadcast. So it does a written interview with them over the phone. I guess the BT want to film me because they've seen the quote. Can we film you? So they film me, and I'm on the TV before the game, and I'm saying we can win this. So I reckon we can beat them 5. Don't think we can stop them from scoring, but I think we can score 5. But if we can stop them from scoring, I think we're quite capable of beating them, because we are one of the best teams in Europe. And Barcelona aren't the team that they were. No. So anyway, history. We beat them 4-0. I'm getting people coming in, Paul, you were right there. You know your football, don't you? And I said, well, I knew what I'd seen and I witnessed. And that was it wasn't so many Barcelona fans in the pub. It wasn't the same sort of atmosphere. It was afterwards, because we'd got through to the final. It was the most fantastic experience I've had, barring for that Dortmund match. Yeah. But it was great. I really
the Barcelona fans
gets all the fans up singing. Yeah. The Barcelona fans, they were good. Don't get me wrong. But most of them got shipped in and get shipped out. They try to keep them in the city centre now. The away fans, the European matches. Okay. They don't let them wander around, which is bad for me. But we still get our footfall from them, but we don't get what we used to get, because they tend to ship them in to the ground, because they want them to the stadium. They want them in the city centre, spending the money in all the bars. Which I get. I don't get. I get that. But then, as a businessman living in Anfield, I need their business as well. And I was going to lead on to another story then.
So you're on the telly again, so that you predicted the score. Yeah, that's right. Honestly, all these games that you've got that many. The pub now is buzzing. I'd say now, because obviously you get with all the worldwide fans and that's come to your bar. Do you get many that's come against you?
Yeah, I mean, we without doubt now, my biggest follower is the Yanks.
Okay,
right, the Americans. I'm affiliated to all the supporters clubs in America, and you wouldn't believe it. We've got over 25 million fans in America alone, and it's massive. When the boat's being closed, I've had emails from my mate Steve in Texas. I've done podcasts with him. I've had another girl, Emily Kate. She's from San Diego, all over the states, Texas, Boston. He makes Ken Solomon, who brings groups of people over. And if you're in America and you ever see this and you want to go to a Liverpool match, get in touch with Ken Solomon, because he does the best Liverpool trip you'll ever experience going to Anfield. But you know, everybody, it's America is one of my biggest sets of fans that come in the pub now. And they spend loads of money. They're dead respectful. You speak our language. They get what we're about.
Not soccer anymore, it's football.
It's football. They get it, they understand it. And of course, I could probably go up. I could probably do a road trip around America and it wouldn't cost me that, buy me transport. So for me, it's great. I love it.
Well, listen, stand by for part 6. It's been fantastic with me, Jeff Ollerhead and Paul Tremarco. Take care.
Will describe this was boom.